G'day guys, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you for watching. I hope you're doing well. Big shout out to all my subs. I love you all, and thank you all for supporting my son who's in financial debt now because the vets cost so much money to save pets, and they didn't save her. But anyway, this is about India goes cashless. This is last year, guys. Okay, this is leading up to something, don't worry. India goes cashless. A move to attack black money is bold, but perhaps premature. But it certainly took everyone in India by surprise. But then Prime Minister and what's-her-face had a flair for the dramatic. In an unexpected prime-time address on Tuesday, announced that in a few hours, millions of high-denomination currency notes will be no longer legal tender. It was the only way he insisted to deal with the disease of unaccounted-for income black money in India. Your money will remain yours. Be assured, stunned citizenry, whatever, as long as you get around to depositing in the post office sometime over the next several weeks, right? This was last year, so they got rid of the cash. Now, what they're doing now, and it's like 85% of India now have got these Big Brother. India requires fingerprint scans for food, phones, and finances, okay? So India has collected biometric data on most of its 1.3 billion residents to be used in a nationwide identity system called Aadhaar, meaning foundation. New Delhi is seeking to build an identification system of unprecedented scope. India is scanning the fingerprints, eyes and faces of 1.3 billion residents and connecting the data to everything from welfare benefits to mobile phones. Whoa! Civil libertarians are horrified, viewing the program called Aadhaar, or Orwell's Big Brother brought to life, to the government. It's more like Big Brother, a term of endearment used by many Indians to address a stranger when asking for help. For other countries, the technology could provide a model for how to track their residents. What? And for Indians' top court, the ID system presents unique legal issues that will define what the constitutional right to privacy means in the digital age. Now, she's getting her eyes done. What you got to do in India now, you got to get all this done to eat, to survive. Okay? There's no cash. Okay? So if you haven't got, and most of these Indians are poor people that don't have ID, you have to have ID for this. You know, you have to say who you are before you can get all this stuff done, right? She waited in line 3 times to sit in front of a computer. Okay? 3 times the data failed to upload. Imagine how much pain this is. The 4% finally worked. Now she can be added to the 1.1 billion Indians already included. She had little choice, right? The government has made registration mandatory for hundreds of, that is shocking, guys, and private ones for taking school exams to open up bank accounts, everything, okay? So they're doing everything, facial recognition, fingerprints. You can't do, now have you seen that in the Bible about you cannot buy or sell, okay? And I'll show you what's coming next, okay? Here it is here. So that they could not buy or sell unless they had the mark, which is the name of the beast of the number of its name. So no one can buy or sell. They have the mark. Here we go. And the second beast required of all people, small, great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their forehead. Now the reason of that is because that's where the warmest part of your system is, and that can keep, it's like a battery with that little RFID chip, and it keeps it ongoing, right? That's what I found that out. But look at this. Sweden has already chipped a lot of their employees. Now look at this. Hang on, I got it here. There. Thousands of people in Sweden get microchip implants for a new way of life, okay? That was in 2015, right? Now, technology company Microchip staff so they can clock in without IDs. Now, over 100,000 traders, oh no, that's not it. The technology company has become one of the first in the world to microchip so they can clock in by waving their arm rather than using swipe cards or ID badges. Staff at 3 Square Market in Wisconsin will be able to order food, cafeteria, open doors with a chip. What the? Shocking. Now here, thousands. Is it here? No, that's Sweden. I've just got to find the English one. Hang on a minute. Here it is, guys. Alarm over talks to implant UK employees with microchips. Trade Union Congress concerned over tech being used to control and micromanage. And that's what it looks like there. That goes in your right hand. He holds a microchip implant the size of a grain of rice. Britain's biggest employer organisation and main trade union body have sounded the alarm over the prospect of British companies implanting staff with microchips to improve security. They always say it's for something else, don't they? UK firm Biometric, which offers the implants to businesses and individuals, has already fitted 150 implants in the UK. The tiny chips implanted in the flesh between the thumb and forefinger are symbols for those for pets. Isn't that sweet? So you're like a little pet now. They enable people to open the front door, access their office, to start their car and wave their hand, and can also store medical data. Another company, Biohacks of Sweden, also provides human chip implants, size of a grain of rice. Discussion with several British legal and financial firms about fitting their employees with microchips, including one major company with hundreds of thousands of employees. This CBI, which represents 190,000 UK businesses, voiced concerns about the prospect. But what they're doing is, see, they tried it with, first they test them out with your animals, and everyone, microchips are animals now. But little did you know it was a build up to this thing. You know how you wave your hand over the when they say, oh, do you pay wave, you know? Or you put your phone over the thing. That's getting you used to, that's indoctrinating you into the system. It's just getting you used to what's going to happen. You know, you're so used to it. You go, oh yeah, the chip's even better. You don't have to take a phone. How lazy is that? You don't have to take your phone, your card. You might lose your card. People think it's convenient. They will take the chip willingly and don't understand. And God said his children will perish through lack of knowledge, because they don't know that you take that microchip in your hand, that will cut off your connection to God, your soul, your soul essence, your connection to the Lord. It will cut it. And they can control you guys big time. Okay, all right. What do you think? What do you think? In the olden days, when the Christians wouldn't give up their faith, they chucked them to the lions. This is going to be the same here. You're going to have to take the chip or not eat. Okay, all right. Biotech is also implanted in other employees, bank testing the technology. They're doing it bit by bit, right? They even charge you for it. You're kidding me, right? They've got some gall, haven't they? Oh, big companies of 200 that could offer this as an opt-in. What? Oh, biohacks. See that? They can hack your system. That's what it's called, biohacks. Hello. This is all. We have some news. Yeah. So, here we go. So there you go, guys. But India is already finding the big problem with it, because people can't get ID to go on the system, and they're dying. They're dying in the streets. I'll show you. Here it is. At least 14 people have died of starvation in Jharkhand, the eastern Indian state where the Malhars live. Activists say the deaths have occurred since authorities cancelled old handwritten government ration cards last year and replaced them with biometric Aadhaar card to weed out bogus beneficiaries. Says his 50-year-old father died of hunger. Oh, this is just shocking. I get upset reading it because they just die. Sorry, it's been emotional. It's been an emotional time. A few months ago, because he did not have the Indian government's identity card. Can you believe that, guys? It would have given him access to subsidised food. At least 14 people have died in starvation in Jharkhand, the eastern Indian state, where the Malhars live. They said the deaths have occurred since authorities cancelled the old. I've already read that. An activist with the Rights of Food campaign blamed the Jharkhand government for delays in issuing Aadhaar cards after 1 million old cards were cancelled. For some who depend on the rations for subsistence, the results were fatal. In July, 3 sisters under the age of 10 died of hunger in New Delhi, the capital. Wow, wow, wow. That's disgusting, guys. And this is what's happening. Now, you don't think it's going to stop there, do you? In India. They do this for the poorest countries that have got nothing to fight with. Africa, India. That's where they try it out. And that's where, if they can get that, look at China. Totally tracked. 100% tracked now. China's totally tracked. This is where we're heading. And if you take this mark, you will cut the connection off to God. And if you know what, you know Star Trek, the hive mind, the Borg, this is what's going to happen, guys. It's called Satan wants to integrate, what do they call it? I forgot now. Hang on a minute. Transhumanism, and it'll get further and further down the track. But also, as God said, the clay must not be mixed with iron, and clay cannot mix. That means we are the clay. The iron is the technology. This stuff can control your brain, control you. You'll be hooked up to those Gwen towers, the 5G. It's just, see, I believe that God made us in His image, and we could do all sorts of things. We don't need technology. We could telepath, we could talk to each other through our mind. We don't need a phone. We could levitate. We could do everything, but it's all been cut down. I believe we've all been integrated into like a trap, and we're all trapped here in this body that they've given us. That some people remember who they were, and I think the people that are waking up to what's happening are starting to slowly awaken to what's happening with this satanic world. They are slowly, they do it, well, everything's satanic. It's just everything. But when I see this, India, Big Brother goes cashless. That's the first thing they did, was India go cashless. I'm even thinking about doing it in Australia. Hello. Alarm over talks to implant UK employees with microchips. Well, duh. Remember Aaron Russo? What did he say? I'll show you what he said. Hang on a minute. I'll put this on, then I'll say goodbye.
The whole agenda is to create a one world government where everybody has an RFID chip implanted in them. All money is to be in those chips, right? There'll be no more cash. And this is getting me straight from Rockefeller himself. This is what they want to accomplish. And all money will be in your chips. And so instead of having cash, anytime you have money in your chip, they can take out whatever they want to take out whenever they want to. If they say you owe us this much money in taxes, they just deduct it out of your chip digitally.
Total control.
Total control. And if you're like me or you, and you're protesting what they're doing, you can just turn off your chip.
There you go, guys. That was Aaron Russo. He's now passed away. He had a heart attack. And, after he was off on the Alex Jones show, InfoWars. But he said Rockefeller wants everyone microchipped. And they offered him a free ride. They said, we'll just give you a chip that says you can pass anything. And he refused. And so he didn't comply. So he's gone now. So, that's their goal. Take away the cash and control the money. You control the people. Control the food. You control the people. Then there's California fires. They're boxing us in. So you got to be careful, guys. Take care. God bless. Stay safe. I love you all. But they're starting this big rollout. They're actually going to chip the old people in the old people's homes. So look out if you're myself. I've got my dad who's got dementia in the old people's home. I'm going to say you don't put that in him. No way, Jose. In the Bible it says it has to be voluntary, not forced. So that's a good thing. So, all right, guys. So take care. God bless. Stay safe. I love you all. And I'll leave the link to my son's GoFundMe if you can help. That would be brilliant. And God bless you. Bye, guys.